What's up people, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I won't be talking about Amazon FBA or how to make money. This video is gonna be a bit laid back, more just me specifically talking about what's going on in the business and my life, what type of challenges I'm facing and kind of things I'm going through right now. So I'm gonna share more on that. And then what's happening moving forward for YouTube channel, business, and all the stuff moving forward into 2023, and just other life-related updates. So if you want to learn more about Amazon FBA or making money, then there is a lot of, why does it look so weird? There's a lot more videos on my YouTube which you can go check out, or you can go watch other creators who might provide you more value than just watching this video. But if you're interested in knowing about what a 23-year-old entrepreneur is going through in his life while running his businesses and kind of things I've learned along the way, then feel free to keep on watching. Let's just get started. Most people watching me right now are new to my channel because I started creating content in 2020 and specifically on TikTok. Then I moved to YouTube and I used to make long videos from my home, and that was around 2020 or start of 2021. So most of you have been watching me this year because of Amazon related stuff, and I haven't really been able to build that connection with you guys just because I just make videos about Amazon. So if I do say a lot of so's, just ignore that, sorry. However, I moved into this new space in March 2022, which was this year. And actually I'm gonna start off this video by showing you guys the entire space and kind of talk to you guys while I'm showing this space. So let's just start with that. Well, I've got a softbox here because I've been showing, but anyway, so what you see here, this is one of the offices. So I own 2 units in this building. This is one of the offices. So this is more like a reception / lounge where people come and sit when I record a podcast. Before we go to the podcast studio, there's some of my clothing which I wear throughout, like during a podcast, because I am bad at clothing style and this and that. So that's that. But when you move out from that room through the door, I need to turn the lights on. So as you can see, oh, that was bright as hell. But this is, so as soon as that's where we were, but as soon as you come out of that, this is sort of the podcast studio and the YouTube studio. So as you can see, it's a bit messy, but this is where all the recording happens, and we have a little desk here to see all the videos while the podcast is happening. So yeah, that is pretty much this kind of unit. Now I call this mainly the studio because that's the recording is the only thing I do. Now the other unit, so as soon as we go out this unit, we can go to the other one. That is the second unit. So this is the second unit, and this is where we kind of, now all of us work. There is a few guys here. Wait, is someone hiding there? Well, 2 people are hiding. They don't want to be on camera, but that's their choice as well. But this is the place where we kind of we work. We do Amazon FBA related stuff, and we have this broken snooker table. But yeah, that's pretty much this part of this office, and then there is more stuff. So there's another room, I would say. On this side of the office, there's stock for Amazon related stuff, which I can't show more because I don't want to share my products. And in this room, we've actually built a gym. So as you can see, this is a gym with almost everything you need in a necessary gym: the dumbbells, the weights, and kind of everything. We have a microwave, by the way, because we need to warm our food up. But anyway, that is the entire kind of both units which I have, which I've been using for the last few months. Now let's go back to the other office and continue this video. All right, we're back. You might hear some echo in this room because the other room is soundproof, this isn't, and this is more chilled, so I just wanted to sit here. But that was my team. I have a team of 5 people who helps me with the content and business. So, but now I'm gonna more talk about what's going on in the businesses and kind of talk about each business at a time and just break down what's happening. So I'm going to start with Amazon FBA, as that's what I've been kind of known for on this YouTube field for a while. Now, I started Amazon, I think 2 years ago, proper 2 years ago. And since then I've been doing Amazon. But when I moved into this office, I wanted to do it more. I wanted to delegate it more, which I have done since like a year, even when I was in the other office. But in this office, I wanted to kind of give it all away in terms of delegation. So now my brother handles everything related to Amazon. All I do is just check if there is anything going on which I need to put my input in. But other than that, there is nothing really I do in terms of touching that business. So it's run by him. And one thing which I wanted to do this year was start private label, and I've decided not to start private label this year, and maybe not anytime soon. The reason being is because I'll come to the main reason why eventually in this video, but one of the reasons is just that it requires a lot of time and a lot of effort, more than wholesale Amazon as well. And so I'll come back to the second point eventually in this video, which probably will make sense on why I'm not continuing the private label journey. And that's why I posted one video about private label only, and then haven't posted much about it at all. So that's pretty much on Amazon FBA. One thing about Amazon FBA is that I was working on a SaaS platform, and if you don't know what SaaS is, in simple, a SaaS platform is similar to Jungle Scout or Buybot Pro, any apps you have used which provides a service and charges you a monthly recurring fee. That's basically a SaaS platform. So I was working on one of my own one called AMZool. I have spent till now probably around £35,000 in building it through developers, designers, UX, and all those stuff. And I have paused it now. The reason being is because we were almost done with the entire platform. But when I started using the platform, it didn't even feel like a good platform. I mean, it didn't feel, the platform wasn't as good as it looked on the design. And so when I was using it, it didn't feel great. So I was like, if I don't enjoy using it, people won't enjoy using it as well. So there is no point of me publishing or market the product out to you guys, or even just in general. So I decided that I'm gonna basically create the platform, I'm gonna get a different developer team to help me with the platform and kind of go through the entire code and rebuild it from scratch. And so that was the plan. But when I reached out to a new team of developers, they said it will cost me another 50k or so to literally start from scratch. And so I was like, is it really worth me spending almost £100,000 on an MVP? An MVP is basically a minimum viable product. I think that's what it's called. So the first version of the product, which is just to test if there's even an audience for that product. So that's the reason why I've kind of paused that project and not going to continue further until a certain time, or maybe never. I'm not sure at the moment, but who knows, things might change. So that was Amazon FBA. Moving on to the second Amazon, no, give me a second. Now the second business is Amazon FBA Mentoring, coaching, consultation, whatever you want to call it. But that's a business which I have been kind of running since, I've been running it since around a year now. So I've been running it for around a year, and it's a great business. It's provided me a lot of money as well as opportunities, because the money I was able to get from there, I was able to try out and spend it on different things and pay the team and kind of invest into this set and all those stuff. So it's allowed me to do a lot more, and even right now it's still going great. And I don't do that much harsh promotion for the mentoring itself, and still there are people, like let's say 20, 30, 40 people for every batch I would be getting, and there are like 60 5-star reviews on my Trustpilot, and that kind of just shows me that the value which I provide in there is enormous. And it might sound a bit biased, but I have seen other people's courses, and compared to that, what you go through in the mentoring is incredible. But by the way, I'm not trying to sell you right now, but I'm just trying to give a kind of my point of view of this kind of online coaching / courses world, because I know it's a bit of a world where you can't trust many people. So that's the reason why. But was there anything else I want to talk about that? No, I think that is it. And with Amazon FBA mentoring, I can't really take myself out of it because I'm the face of the business. I'm the face of everything around YouTube and everything. So people want to see me because they pay, because they want to learn from me. So that's kind of the Amazon FBA side. Moving on to the content creation business, or the media business, I would like to call it. This includes TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and podcasting. Now, TikTok and Instagram, this year specifically, I have gone, the first half of the year, I was doing incredible. I was consistent. The second half of the year, it wasn't so consistent because I started to kind of overthink about what type of content I'm creating. The numbers got to me because I wasn't getting that many views, and it all started affecting in terms of what I was producing. And then I started creating videos around stuff which gets views, this and that. So it was so much going on in my head that I just didn't bother creating a lot of content, and that affected my team as well, because as a leader, whatever I do, whatever things I'm kind of thinking will affect my team as well. So due to that, we were not able to produce that much content in the second half of the year. But starting from November, or this last month, which just passed, we've been a lot more consistent in terms of producing content, short form of content especially, and we have been doing really great, even though sometimes the numbers aren't there. But I realized that on TikTok and Instagram, right now the algorithm is going through such a massive change that is so much difficult for any creator to get views, and so I'm not really fussed in that sense. So that's kind of the TikTok life. And not luckily, but due to TikTok, I have been able to do so many things which I think I would have never been able to do, such as yesterday I went to this creator meetup hosted by Hassan and Ash Ali, who are the authors of the book called The Unfair Advantage. And I got to meet other like-minded creators there, like Ali Abdal, James Shani, Gabriel, Noah, Max, so many amazing people. And so I'm always going to be grateful for this TikTok life which I have, which is allowing me to do things which I wouldn't have been able to do if you guys people never followed me on TikTok. But yeah, that's kind of the TikTok. In terms of YouTube, I feel like, can you see me? In terms of YouTube, I've been on and off. My goal for the year was to post one video every single week, and I thought, so my goal for the year was to post 2 videos a week, and then I cut it down to 1 video a week, and I ended up doing 1 video every 2 weeks, which is not the best because I was being too lazy. By the way, I hope the video doesn't look a bit slanted because I feel like it might be, as the camera is just a bit angled. But I started becoming very lazy, and that I think was because of me trying to figure out this YouTube thing and understand what type of content do I really want to make and what type of direction I want to take my channel into, because I don't want to be always known as the guy who does this thing. And so I'll talk more about what is the direction of this YouTube thing I'm going to be doing in the future and where I want to take the channel and all sort of stuff. But for now, YouTube has been great. This year specifically, I've been able to do 6 figures from just YouTube itself in terms of ad revenue, and with sponsors I think it probably was almost multi 6-figure. So YouTube is another source of income which has allowed me to do so much more, and kind of a thing which I enjoy the most. Creating content is what I enjoy doing the most of everything I do, and that's the reason why next year my focus will be just all in on YouTube and grow YouTube as much as possible by providing enormous amount of value. And I know it sounds very cliche because people are always looking, provide value and this and that, but I want to ensure that everything I put on YouTube helps people to become financially literate and basically grow themselves to become the best version of themselves, as well as live their best life. That's kind of the intention I have with my YouTube and why I want to grow it and stuff like that. But that is kind of my YouTube. Moving on to the podcast world. Podcasting has been a bit of a weird one. Not because I don't like it or anything. Podcasting is something I enjoy so much because I get to meet people, I get to talk to people, I get to learn from people. But one thing is weird because I struggle finding guests. As in, I have a person, Arpan, who is the podcast manager, and the struggle to find guests is hard. It's one thing which we're kind of trying to figure out at the moment. But I think that has many ways I can basically minimize the problem is by simply doing like a season-based podcast and stuff. But I want to continue doing one podcast a week, and we've been doing great. We didn't miss 1 week, but other than that, we have been doing fantastic. And once again, moving on to 2023, I want to grow the podcast as much as I can as well. But again, YouTube is the main focus, so including podcast and my main YouTube channel, which you're watching me here on. By the way, if you're still watching me right now, I just want to say thank you, because I know I'm just talking about life and all this stuff. So if you're interested, if you're kind of resonating in the sense that some things which I'm going through, you might be going through the same, and I want you to know that no matter who the person is, we all are going through something in life. I don't want to become a life philosopher right now. I'm going to move on to the next part, which is what type of challenges I'm facing right now in my businesses. So right now, as I said, I have a team of 5 people. And when it comes to managing people, it used to be a lot harder for me, but now it's a lot better because I have a manager who manages the team and everything like that. But the problem I have right now is trying to create a system which allows all of us to work efficiently. Now, the reason why I say it's a problem is because I personally am a very kind of one thing to another person. So I like to, one day I'm doing this, second day I want to try this out, third day I want to do this, fourth day I want to do this. Now, that's great for me, but my team can get exhausted, and when there is no stability in the system, it becomes hard to follow the system itself as well. So that's what I'm currently trying to figure out and kind of look for ways and methods to make sure that we all are creating content as efficiently as possible and not making the best out of ourselves, not overworking, but making sure we are actually putting in the work which we are proud of. Because right now I feel like we all have so much potential that we're not able to put out just because we don't have the system in place. And so that's kind of the first thing. The second challenge I'm currently facing is that the both units I showed you guys, they're kind of more like a workplace, right? It's not like a home vibe. So for me to make a YouTube video, I want to start doing like a home vibe / laid back type of YouTube vibes I want to give out. And so these units, this is not a big challenge, by the way, but this is something which I've been kind of thinking about. So I want to kind of, once the lease for this place is over, I want to get maybe a 2-bedroom flat or something, where I can create one podcast set and one YouTube set and one room for just working. All of us can be working there, because it will also provide like a good natural light and stuff like that. Whereas in that office, there is no natural light, so it's so hectic for the team. And I just want to try my best to not try my best, but I just want time to pass as soon so the lease for that place can finish, and then we can probably move into somewhere else, which we can kind of not work more efficiently, but we can be mentally good as well while working. That's the second challenge. The third challenge, and this is what I was talking about in the start when I said why I'm not starting private label, and that is the difficulty of staying focused on one thing. As I said, I'm a person who likes to go from one thing to another quickly. I want to try out everything. I want to do so many things. The problem with that is that, yes, sometimes it's okay, but if you have a team, it can become exhausting. And if you want to grow something, like I want to grow my YouTube, it can become a lot more harder, because think of it this way: we all have a certain amount of focus or energy. If I'm splitting that between 2 or 3, if I'm splitting in between 5 tasks, if I'm splitting between 4 tasks, that's 25% of my energy and all of that. But imagine I put all my focus in one task, that's 100% of my focus and energy there. So that's the reason why I'm kind of figuring out and kind of learning to stay focused on one thing at a time, even though I know I'm still going to be focusing on multiple things, because I get bored of one thing easily as well, and that's why I love doing like other stuff at the same time. However, I'm going to try and give 90% of my focus at least on one thing, and that is YouTube itself. And so this is why I'm making this video on kind of my life update, because from this moment onwards I want to change the direction of my YouTube, pivot into a different direction. And so hope it will work out, and we will see in few months time when we look back onto this video. But the next challenge was, by the way, I've made some notes because it's difficult for me to just remember everything. The next one was the next one isn't a challenge, but all these challenges which I've just described, I was fortunate enough to go to that creators meetup and speak to people and ask them that, are you facing the same issues? And I realized that as a creator, most of us face all these similar issues. So I felt good in a sense that I'm not the only one, but these are things I guess we have to working on throughout our career in this YouTube kind of creator world. So that's pretty much the challenges I'm facing right now. And now moving on to the life update. So my life has been amazing this year, and the reason why I say this is because last year I kept burning out so much, whereas this year I still went hard on myself, but I took intentional breaks. I took breaks even when my mind said, no, you're not allowed to take a break because you're an entrepreneur and you should be working 24 hours, or else you won't have money to pay the rent for the place, this and that. And so that all, by the way, is kind of the guilt feeling or the guilt trap which we all entrepreneurs fall in. But this year I've been a lot more better. I've been a lot more in the present. I've been trying to do stuff which I wouldn't usually do. For example, go out, go watch a movie, or go do this, go do that. And I feel like I'm now starting to enjoy life while making money. Before it was just making money. And now I'm also working more on myself, because in the start, when I started my journey, I was a lot into personal growth, personal development, and that is why you always see me preaching about mindset, this and that. But for the last year, I wasn't really focusing on reading books or kind of working on myself. So now I've kind of again moved more into working on myself, journaling, reading, meditating every now and then. I do try and stay consistent, but that's been something I have to follow in the morning. I have to go through my morning routine before I start working, and that's allowed me to kind of have this sense of fulfillment from inside as well, and it helps me become a better person every single day. So that's one thing I've implemented in my life, and I think that is the main life update I have. Have I had any hard times throughout this year? Many times. When I was in India, just in I think July, I was in India, I was realizing kind of like I was burnt out in the sense that I did say I didn't burn out that much this year, but I still burnt out a bit. So when I went in India, I wanted, for this YouTube thing, I had lost some type of passion. But while I was in India, I was reading the book Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty. And it allowed me to go back onto my old roots of spirituality and all this stuff, and kind of made me realize why I started all this, and took me on to the gratitude side, and also figure out what I enjoyed in the first place and all those stuff like that. So that's really helped me a lot. So once again, reading definitely helped me this year. Not that I have read that much, but now I'm trying to consistently read as well. There is many other things which I'm probably going to forget to mention in this video, but I'll probably make another live video eventually down the line and in that. But anyway, if you also have any specific type of videos you want me to make, then let me know in the comments as well. But now I'm going to move on to what's happening moving forward to this YouTube channel and all the other stuff. So this is kind of the main part which I wanted to make the video for. I want to stop being known as the guy who is just known for Amazon FBA. I think that my channel is much more than just the Amazon FBA stuff. Not that I won't make Amazon related videos, but I want to make more videos which I enjoy in the first place, like personal finance related videos or personal growth related videos, entrepreneurship, lifestyle based videos which I feel like will allow me to teach you guys stuff which is also more important than just running a business, like as I said, personal growth related stuff and all those things. And the element of making money will always be there. That's going to be like the main thing I do on this YouTube. So the direction is changing, but the things I make the videos about is still going to be similar, in the sense that the audience I have currently, like you guys, are still interested in making money, whether that's Amazon or another way. So it will still relate with you guys, but it won't be just Amazon FBA based. And also I won't be scripting all the videos. Before, I used to script every single line. No, back in the days I used to just talk to the camera, and it used to be a lot more natural compared to now, because I have been just making videos and reading off the scripts, and it just I guess that was one of the main reasons why I lost passion as well. So now I'm going back to my bullet points, just looking at bullet point and just talking about stuff through a bullet point, and I feel like that's a more natural style for me, which will allow me to kind of make better content, more connecting content with you guys as well. So that's kind of the way I want to start making these YouTube videos now, and I will need your support, so please do keep supporting. And if you're still watching this, because I've probably gone on and on for like 25 minutes or so, so if you're still watching, thank you so much. And is there anything else happening? I guess, oh yes, one more thing, sorry, a few more things, is that in life, well, my direction moving forward to next year is that I want to invest more in myself by getting a business coach, a mentor, in the sense that someone who's already ahead of me in what I'm doing and can help me reach my goal, because I guess that's the shortcut you can take to success, and something I stopped doing this year because I thought, oh, I know everything, why would I give someone money? But I feel like that's the only way to be successful in life. Yes, you can practically learn, but it might take you 10 years. But if you have a mentor or coach, it might take you 5 years or 2 years. So that's kind of what I'm planning to do more moving into 2023, sorry. And attend a lot more networking events with my creative friends, surround myself with a lot of like-minded people is also another goal for next year. But I'll probably make another video just around my business and personal goals, probably before we start next year, so in this month. And I hope you guys enjoy the new kind of type of videos, and any recommendations you have, do leave in the comments, and I'll definitely go through all of them and apply it in every single video. But yeah, thank you all so much for still being here watching this video, if you are, and that is it. I will see you in the next video, because we're going to smash this YouTube thing and change our lives.